Hey everybody! So I wanted to take time out today to share with you a really neat app. It's a Google Chrome extension. It's called Kami App. You can go to kamiapp.com. And what's really neat about this website is that with this extension, you can turn any PDF into a file that kids can annotate. So even with their free version, you can open it up in Google Classroom and you can assign each student a copy. And then when you assign it to them, they can mark on it. So they can color things, underline things, highlight, and so on. So here with my TPT files, a lot of them are PDFs. Most of them are PDFs. And yes, Google, turning them into Google Files is an option, but this is a great alternative that I would like to share with you. So I thought that I would share with you some of the features that come with the free version. That way you'll understand that it's not something extra that you actually have to buy in order to turn my PDFs into a digital file that students can annotate on. All you have to do is download the extension as an add-on to your Chrome. Okay, so here are some of the features that you get with the free version. So there's no ads. You get access to their basic toolbar functions, which include all of the annotating, highlighting, and drawing functions, which I feel is what most teachers are going to want in a file that kids can do any writing on. So easily view PDFs, documents, images, and ebooks through Kami. You can auto-save your Kami files to your Google Drive, and then you can convert scanned files into readable PDFs. So that's a feature I don't really think I'll use as much, but obviously it's the annotation tools and the integration with Google Classroom that I feel like most teachers are going to be interested in. So I'm taking this straight from the Kami App blog, which you can go to their website and actually read up as much as you would like. So you can see here that their basic plan is free, and you get the basic annotation tools, and it is ad-free. And then if we go over on their website to $99 a year, which I think is a great price, and I would be purchasing this. I'm probably going to be purchasing it for next year so that there's a more seamless integration with Google Classroom. But with this, with the free version, you can still assign and open the files. Students can in Google Classroom. I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But I would say, I would describe it more as a more of a seamless integration when you have the paid version. I actually, I got a trial of the paid version, so I could see how it worked, and then I'll probably be upgrading for next school year for the teacher plan that's $99 a year. And I am making no money off of this. I just think that this is a great tool for you to be able to take my PDF files, all of the hundreds and hundreds of files that I've made, and turn them into tools that turn them into a digital file that you can use in Google Classroom, and best of all, have your students answer questions. If they can use the writing tool to solve math problems, and so on. They can circle things, and you just need to go in and experiment with it to see how it works, but I think that you are going to love it. So I'd start off with this basic plan and just see where it goes. All right, so I just want to show you that I am actually working in the free version. It says I'm using the free version, and it allows me to upgrade. So the things I'm going to show you, I am opening up in my free version. So a really cool feature, something to keep in mind when you have purchased any of my PDF files from Teachers Pay Teachers. A lot of the files have the answer key in the file. So the first 10 pages could be an assignment, and then the next pages are the answer key. And of course, you don't want to give the answer key to the kids. You don't want to give a credits page necessarily to the kids, and so on. So with my files that you use, I'm going to show you some things that you could do. Just keep in mind to respect the copyright rules in any of these files that you do share with your students like this. They need to only be shared behind a password protected site, such as Google Classroom or your school's portal, where your students have to enter a passcode in order to get these files, okay? And also remember that as far as sharing with other teachers, please be respectful of terms of use and purchase additional licenses if you plan to share with other teachers. So this is a really cool feature called a split and merge. So I'm going to click this button here, and then I'm going to take you through how I might remove pages from a file. So this is what the page looks like here. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in on split and merge, and I'm going to click that. Okay, so then a page comes up that looks like this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google Drive. Now, I think that I can only pull up files here from my Google Drive in order to start splitting it and removing the pages. So what you need to do is any PDF file of mine that you would like to use, you need to save it to your Google Drive, and then when you come here, you will click, and it's going to take me to my Google Drive. Now I'm just going to use this word search here and show you how I might remove some pages from this file. All right, so I'm going to click the file, and it's going to load it into Kami. Okay, so here it is, a Penguins word search, and then I'm going to click next. And then watch this, it's going to show you all of the pages in the file, okay? So what I want to do, there's this blank box down here. I am going to pull down the page that I want to assign to my students. And then I am going to export it, and then I'm going to save it to my Google Drive right here. For me, Google Drive is just easier. And then I will continue. So it was successfully saved. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the main app page. And then if you look down here at the bottom of the screen, you will see where it shows my most recent files saved. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Google Classroom. So this would be for somebody you've already got your Google Classroom set up. Of course, I'm not giving directions on exactly how to do that, but once you have your Google Classroom set up, you're going to go to Classwork, and what we're going to do is we're going to assign, we're going to give an assignment to our students. We're going to actually assign the the word search puzzle that I just saved. So now I'm going to click Create Assignment. Okay, here I'm going to click Create Assignment. Now this Kami assignment choice pops up, but if I were to click that right now, it's going to tell me that I can upgrade, and this is where I was saying it's a little bit more seamless if you're paying for your membership, but this is the free version, which I think still has great options here. So I'm going to create an assignment, okay, and then I am going to take a minute and I'm going to type this in. Okay, so I gave it a title, Penguin Word Search Activity, and then I gave some instructions to use the pencil tool to highlight your words, set the transparency so that it does not block out the entire word, and mark the words off of the list. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to add. I'm going to add the file. This is what I'm going to be assigning. I saved it in my Google Drive. You could actually have saved it, you could pull up a file, video from YouTube, or whatever it's you're assigning. So for me, I am going to pull up the word search that I removed the answer key from. So there's that one page, and I'm going to assign it to my students. So I'm going to go to pull it up from my Google Drive. I'm going to click the Penguins word search, and you can see here that it has added it. Now I'm going to come over here to the right, and I can give the students the option just to view the file. I can, if that might be something, if they were just going to read it, they can edit the file. Of course, this is not an file that we want them to actually change the words on, but I'm going to make a copy for each student, so they're going to get the exact word search that I have saved, okay? And then we're going to come up here, pick the class we want to assign it to, and then we will assign it. So now I'm back in the main stream of my Google Classroom, and you can see it's the top lesson there, okay? And now I'm going to click classwork at the top of my page. And then if I scroll up here, you will see that this is the Penguin word search activity. And I'm going to just click on that so we can see what it looks like. Okay, so here it is. And I can view the actual assignment here. So here's what I want to show you. Once you have the Kami extension saved on your computer, it's going to give you the option to annotate it when you pull it up. Now, I assigned this to, actually I assigned it to my son. So I'm going to show you the view, the student view, in just a moment so you can kind of see how you can annotate on the file. So, but I want to show you what it looks like here. So if I click the Penguins word search here, it's going to, at the top of my screen, okay, it's going to say that I can open with Kami. So I can actually open this file with Kami here as well, and then all of the annotation tools will show up on my side, okay? And then they're actually going to show up for the kids as well, individually, because you assigned one of these to each of the kids. So open with Kami. And so once it is open with Kami, wow, all these cool features pop up, and now we have an interactive file. Now notice lots of these have keys on them, or locks on them. You need a key. They have locks on them, and then if you have the teacher paid version, the $99 a year, it opens up a lot of these other tools, and then you could play around with them to see how they work. So I'm going to show you this drawing tool here. And let's just say that the students were going to have to, you know, find some words. This is obviously not a this is just a fun activity. Maybe a morning work activity or an extra, you finished with your work, what to do next activity. So it was just easy for me to pull it up to show you. But this could very well be one of my social studies interactive notebook, the passages that you could even pull up. So I'm going to come over here to drawing tool. I'm going to choose a thickness. That's a pretty good 10. Here's the transparency that I put in my directions. So with the transparency, I want the kids to still be able to see the words once they highlight over them. So I'm going to choose right here. That'll probably work. And then how about I choose green. We'll try that. Okay. And then I'll show you how you can highlight over the words. All right, so I selected the green, and here is the word squid. So students would just highlight it here, and then I believe squid is down here. They could come down here and check it off that they've done it. They can cross it out, any way to mark that they have actually found the word, and then they would continue on. Now I'm going to show you from the kids' view how you would do that, or how your students would do that, and then how they would turn it into you. So now I am inside of my Google Classroom, the teacher view, and I just wanted to show you that if I scroll over here, it's going to show you, the same information that you would get with any other Google Classroom file. So you can score it in here as well. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to show you from the student's view. Okay, so now I'm in the student view. So this will be a student. They've opened up their Google Classroom. They are going to click classwork at the top. And then what's going to happen is they will see that they have been assigned this activity, this Penguin word search activity. So let me click on that. Okay, so this is now in the student version. I opened it up in Kami. Now on this particular one, it's going to show you that I have a trial on this one that ends in 57 days. But I'm not going to use any of the locked tools that we saw on the teacher version. I'm only going to use the free tools. So this would be in the free version. And I'm going to come here to this drawing tool, choose a thickness, then choose the transparency, which is right about where I would like it because I would like to see the words through their highlighting. I'm going to choose green as the color, okay? And so then I would come up here and find a word, and then when I find it, I am just going to highlight over the word. And there again, we could go down here and cross it out or put a check mark through it. Now I will tell you that Kami says that they save the files automatically, but of course there could be a little bit of lag time in between the saves. So if you come up here and you just click save, it also has the option to turn it in this, but we're going to save it. So I'm just going to click save now. I do have auto save on, so it would have saved it, but I'm going to click saving. And then I am just going to go ahead and turn this in so that we can see what it looks like back on the teacher end again. So I'm going to turn it in. Okay. So now I'm back at the teacher view, and I'm going to see who's turned in their assignments. So I'm going to click classwork. It's going to pull up the assignment here. And I can see that I've had one turned in. I'm going to click that. And I can see here that I have one turned in. So I'm going to open this file. And there we go. This is the file that the student turned in. And you can see that the highlighting that I did, or the student did, before they turned it in. So I could look through that. I could issue a grade. If this was a graded assignment, let me just put a 100 there. And of course you could also type some student private comments as well. And then let's go back and view it back in the other view. So now right beside the name, we have their grade, and there's their file that they turned in. I already looked at it, graded it, and there is their grade. So as far as using this in the classroom, at school, in computer labs, or any computers that you have in your classroom, you will have to have the Kami extension. I will try to upload a file so that you can go right to the site where you can get the extension, and then you just click and it adds it right as a Chrome extension. So there's nothing else to do. Once you've downloaded that, it will open up a file in Google Classroom. Okay, so once you have it on any computers that kids are going to be using, it will automatically open up when they are assigned something in Google Classroom. So it will have to be on computers at school that kids are going to use. Possibly you could get your tech person to put the extension on any of the computers in the labs, or you add them to any computers in your classroom. If you're using this for some kind of digital learning and you're assigning Google Classroom assignments where kids are going to have to complete them at home, all you have to do is give them the link, and it is one click and download, and it adds it as an extension. It's as simple as that. So once again, this is Kami. It's K-A-M-I, and the website is actually kamiapp.com. You'll need to go there and you'll need to set up an account. Remember, everything I showed you was the free version. You could kind of play around, look at what the upgrade would be, and decide if it's worth paying the price to get anything extra that you get with the $99 per year, which is really a great price, honestly, I think. But once again, I'm not being paid for this. I just feel like this is truly something very beneficial, where my PDFs hundreds and hundreds of them, can be opened and allow students to write on the file. Please remember, if you do remove any of the pages to assign to your students, that you do not upload anything to the internet that is not behind a password protected site. That is just being respectful of my work so that it does not get out for free, on the internet. So I appreciate each of you who have purchased my items, and I hope that this actually helps you take your the files that you've purchased from me to a whole new digital level and allowing them to become interactive for your students. So I hope you enjoyed and have fun experimenting with Kami.